Hi everybody, well I'd like to work on painting the left ear of Evelyn. Alright, so I'm going to use yellow ochre, titanium white, vermilion, and ivory black. And I think first I'll mix up my highlight color. And in this case it's going to be mostly white. Touch of vermilion, touch of yellow ochre. I'm not going to put any ivory black into it. Mix up a little bit more. And make it a little pinker, put a little bit more vermilion in it. I'm going to reach over and get a little bit of walnut oil. The right consistency so it flows. Okay, and I turn the brush to try to bring it to a little bit of a sharper point. Now I'm looking at a picture over to the side here, and there's a bright highlight in the top of the ear, so I'm going to put that in. Usually when I apply paint to the canvas, I like to test it out a little bit first, just to see how bright it's going to be. I'm going to put a little paint on there and then look off to the side. I'd say it's about right. Maybe a little bit pinker. White vermilion. Twist the brush, make sure it's loaded properly. I'm just going to put this highlight in where I see it on my picture. And this is the brightest part of the ear, so I'm only going to have to put it right here. So it kind of goes down, back, it kind of goes around the back of the ear there. Alright, so that's the only place where it really hits real bright, so I'm just going to leave it like that. Now the front of the ear, this part right here, where it kind of curves over, I'm going to make that darker. So I'm going to add yellow ochre and vermilion, a tiny touch of black. I try not to use too much black because it kind of muddies the color. I'd rather darken the paint with the yellow ochre and the vermilion, if at all possible. Okay, a little bit of a darker color here. I'm going to put that in the front. Blend it all over. I think I'm going to try to find a different brush here. This brush isn't working too good. It's a little bit too, it's not coming to a sharp enough point. I can find let me try this brush here. This might be a little bit better. That's a little bit better. I actually want to darken that area that I just put on there a little bit more. It's not quite dark enough. All in all, darken that area there more. It's not dark enough. Just keep going back and forth till I get it right. So, touch of black. More red, more green. Not quite red enough now. Go back in some vermilion. I think that might work here. Okay, let's try that. Still not dark enough. When you're painting, it's hard to see it when it's here. When it's up applied to the canvas, that's when you can really tell if it's going to work or not. Really. So you have to keep playing with it. A little bit redder. Let's try that. That's more what I'm looking for. There's more of a distinct color to it and shift in value. Alright, so we're better. Okay. Now, underneath, so here, right underneath here, it's much darker, so I'm going to take the exact same color I've been working with, put more yellow ochre, more red, vermilion. It's quite a bit darker. Ivory black, less white. It still has a red feeling to it, so I'm not going to change it too much. I'm going to make it darker with ivory black and mostly vermilion. So look at where that distinct shadow is, and then put that in. Use a little bit of wall roll so it flows. More black and more vermilion. A bit more wall roll so it flows. Turn the brush. I'm trying to get a nice dark underneath this lip here. This overhang here view. Still not quite right though. It's not red enough and it's not dark enough. Ivory black and vermilion. When I'm working, I try to shift my colors slowly because I don't want to overdo it either. I just want to kind of work up to the color I'm looking for. Ivory black and vermilion. Maybe more wall roll. I definitely want a distinct dark color under there also, so much darker. Not quite red enough, but I think I'll try putting some straight red in there. See if that works. Okay, that looks good. That's working a little bit better there. Okay. Right. Now there's a shadow along the back part of the ear, so I'm going to put that in. I'm going to go back to the other color I was using here. Let me put in that shadow along the back of the right ear. And plus it kind of gives it some shape too while I'm putting the shadow in, but I'm also shaping the area. Just looking at the picture, the ear stops up here more. I'm going to kind of shape it in there. Okay, so that kind of defines the bottom of the ear. Now, there's a little bit of a shadow inside the ear right here. And it starts small and it gets thicker there. I'm going to put that in. The shadow areas inside the ear kind of come around like that. Really, the whole bottom lobe of the ear is in shadow, so I'm going to kind of fill in this area here. We have a large area here. Okay. Darker shadow on the back of the ear, it goes all the way up to here. And define that a little better. Darker shadow inside the ear. Just right there. Define that. And darker right here. I lost my dark right there. Darker right in there. A little bit more red in the top of the ear. This is whitish. It's nice that it's highlighted, but you don't want it too much off color either, because that's not going to work either. Okay. The shadow's a little bit too large. I'm going to make it smaller. Just going to go back and forth between shadows and highlights. That's really what painting is, really. I'm a little bit of trouble getting the inside of it darker. Darker enough. You're trying to make a shadow dark, but at the same time you don't want to put too much black in it, because then it takes away from the colorfulness of your painting, or making everything black and white. So try to use more red and yellow ochre. And if you have to make something darker, just use black, but use it sparingly, because then everything gets dulled down from black. Because when you mix black with a light color, I mean, ultimately everything turns gray, so you don't want to go too overboard with black. Okay. Now from the picture, this kind of comes down all the way. Okay. So I'm starting to have a little bit of depth to it. There's a little bit of dark inside the ear, so looks like it's kind of underneath, and there's a little bit of brightness in the top. I'm going to clean this brush. I'm going to mix up a highlight color, a straight white, vermilion, kind of like the color I use on the top there. Touch of yellow ochre. I just bought this yellow ochre yesterday. It's kind of a strong color. It's a stronger yellow ochre than I'm used to using, so I'm kind of sparing it. A little more red, vermilion. Yeah, so kind of a pinkish color. That's all right to vary back and forth, because it kind of gives your painting more interest if you go back and forth between colors too. You don't want to use the same colors everywhere, because then it just doesn't look interesting enough. If everything looks the same all over the place. A little bit more walnut. I have a highlight color now, mixed. Now, I'm looking at where the highlights are inside the ear. There's definitely a highlight right here. There's a highlight in the back of the shadow right there. Various shapes too. Don't make everything the same. Kind of various shapes, various colors. That's what makes painting interesting. Highlight comes down here and goes back. Okay. The highlight right in here. Okay, so I'm just gonna erase there. There's a highlight inside the middle of the ear. So kind of a bright one right here. So let's get that one. A little more of a red tone inside the ear. See how it kind of varied? I made this a little bit redder than right here. Here is kind of white, here is kind of red. So this kind of gives a little bit more interest. The tip of the ear is a little bit more of a white right here. There's a little bit of white on the bottom of the ear too. So white right there. And this dark comes down a little bit, so I'm going to come up. Then it comes down right here. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. We have our highlights and our shadows in there. We're going to clean this brush. Make sure it's good and dry. Look at where my highlights and shadows come together and kind of mix them together a little bit. Not too much, just enough to dull it a little bit. I'm going to distort it slightly. Without losing your separation between highlights and shadows. This one here got a little yellow one for some reason, so let me go in and take out some of it. So how that happened. Go in and re-highlight that a little bit. Okay. And re-highlight the top just a tiny bit. Just make that a little bit brighter there. Just a tiny bit brighter here. Because when you blend, you lose your highlights and the shadows sometimes. So sometimes you have to go back in and kind of rework it a little bit. I kind of lost it right there. So I'm going to put it back in. And you don't have to blend everything. Sometimes you can just put a highlight on and just leave it alone. That looks good. Right in here, in the bottom, I want kind of a bright highlight here. So I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm not going to touch it at all. I'm going to blend the shadow behind it slightly. That looked a little too harsh here. Okay. Shadow needs to be blended over there. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. Comes up a little bit here. And as always, after the paint dries, you can always go back and you can glaze and you can scumble. By glazing, I mean you take a paint and you add some oil to it and thin it down. You can put in the shadow and darker areas back in, re-establishing shadows, or you can scumble, where you can just take straight paint and apply it to an area and lighten an area too. So that will be good too. I think it looks pretty good. Let's change the shape of this thing here a little bit. I think that looks pretty good. Okay. And that is Evelyn's left ear. Thanks for watching.